reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And a great job here. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And tough starting field position here. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. They go with Murray again. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. On first down, Murray. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work. 23
yards on the play. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
On first down, it's Newton. Going with a screen for Murray. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And that'll be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, first down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The numbers there for Howard a week ago. 13 carries, 77 yards.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try to run for it with Howard. Oh, he shifts past him. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Trubisky, draw play, gives to Howard. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. Now Newton on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
A run, it's Murray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They go back to Murray on first down. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. From the red zone now, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner. Get him.
And Perriman's got it for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Perriman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. Well, he's in the MVP race, no doubt. Last year, Zeke finishing third. Fournette trying to better that.
Love his body control. Love how he's physical yet fluid when he runs his routes. And that's why he finds himself open so often.
Picking up where he left off in that great performance a week ago. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up? Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On second down, Trubisky. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, they run with Howard. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Hang on now. Blue lining. Blue lining.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On third down, this is Howard. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From his goal line here, Newton. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Again, it's Murray. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Newton to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the 50, Newton. And this one is incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Trubisky will throw. And some space here. And he slides to avoid the hit. Another big gain of that time. This one goes for 19 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky. The gun, Trubisky. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, They really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Newton now to throw. And this is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
On third down, Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Colton Schmidt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now Trubisky on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Trubisky. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now Newton. And that is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half.
And look out. I think he's going to go. The 40, 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Chicago. 75 yards. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
Let's go. 3-19.
This is Howard on second down. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Time spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bear. Cameron Meredith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the throw.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
That was second down run for Murray. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Duke Riley in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Again, it's Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd? And they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw on. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
To throw on 3rd down, Newton. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
To throw is Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again is Newton. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. Newton on 1st down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and now it's second down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Offense still needing 10 yards. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
Is under review. After review of the play,
Second down here after the incomplete pass. To throw again. Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On third down, Newton forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
On second down, here's Newton. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds here. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The offense on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He's had a good third quarter. He likes whatever adjustments were made at halftime, whether those were team adjustments or just him talking to himself.
And whatever that conversation was, it was pretty good because he is running really well here in the third quarter. But I like to think it is a team adjustment. Offensive line, those big escorts of his, they figured out how to block a little bit better. He's found those holes to run through.
He has indeed. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's through.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Throwing again. Newton. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Brashad Perriman with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and in throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Pass interference. Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They go with Howard again. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
All right, here we go. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now it's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow he emerged with the football. Way to possess it, despite all the extra contact and people around him.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. They find some open field here. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Set. Green, 39.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
2nd down following the run.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
A give to Howard. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This is Howard, and he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit near the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Elsewhere, Ford Field. They're into the 4th quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Golden Tate, a yard shy of 100. He's at 99 for the game. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing is Newton. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right?
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I still like the idea of letting your tailback get you home. But here, they let the fullback try to get the tough yard. And that's the toughest spot on the field. And he stopped for no gain on 1st down.
Here's Murray. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it.
Offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. That's not exactly what you want there, especially given the time on the clock. But now, you got to kick the field goal, right?
You do, and actually, you show a little faith in your defense when you do that, because you kick the field goal here. You're telling them, we believe you'll get the ball back for us for one more shot.
Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. And that one belonging to the Buccaneers. Jameis Winston, good game throwing the ball, over 300 passing yards. So now then, it's a big kick there to get this game back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal could still do you in.
Brandon, we're going to see right here. I would expect that after the kickoff, this offense is going to come out throwing. So those first few plays are going to be the key.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. Trubisky to throw. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go.
Throwing now is Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now Newton. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's...
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Illegal blocking down. Offense.
Wow, Charles, that doesn't just take points off the board. That takes a win off the board.
So now you have to regroup because you've gone from celebrating what you think is a win to trying to figure out how to do it again and make it a win.
On 1st and 10, Newton looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hookup right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime, so many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
And this one's incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Running with Howard. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run with Howard. And now running right through it. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And Watson has it right side. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Where they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. Now Howard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. Now Newton on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. To throw on 2nd down. Newton going with a screen for Murray. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goal's from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job